Perfect. Perfect.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Lakeside View. I'm your host, Big Win. Along with me, I have Kurt.
What's up, everybody?
Welcome back, Kurt. Good to see you again.
Good to be back, man.
Today we're going to talk about a little turn of fortune here for us. We went from being projected to have the number 11 pick to the number 4 pick. A lot of options here. We could possibly trade this pick. We could keep the pick. We're going to go ahead and talk about if we do keep the pick, what are the few players that we're looking at, and then if we do decide to trade it, who we should trade it for. Kurt, what are your thoughts?
So, we talked in a few videos back about, we're not in rebuild mode anymore. We've got to take full advantage of LeBron and the years he has remaining on his contract, right? So I think we need to, for me, I see that pick as a very valuable asset. And I think that we need to figure out some type of package that includes that pick that will allow us to get someone that's going to be a key contributor going forward. Don't know who that would be. I've got some, we've got some ideas, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about that today. But bottom line is we need someone that's going to help us win now. So that's my thought in terms of what we need to do with that pick. Now, if we do decide to draft, a player, there's a couple of names out there, and like I said, we'll probably get into that in this video or maybe the next video. But I think for us to really move forward with Braun, we need to really look at moving that pick. What do you think?
Yeah, I think at this stage we don't really have time for player development. We've tried that the last few years. It didn't really work out. We brought LeBron in to win now. Right? And like you said, we don't have time to, move along any projects. I mean, I know we brought Jason Kidd in to kind of, elevate Lonzo's game, but at this stage, I mean, we need to start making moves. We need to bring some veterans in. These kids, we got to look at them as assets. Unfortunately, they haven't really played up to their potential. So if we're going to take this number 4 pick and move them out, we could put some packages together. I don't know if we have enough to get Anthony Davis. I mean, obviously that's the goal. The number 4 pick, I mean, that's definitely a nice addition. What else do you think it would take to get Anthony Davis? Do you think we have the same package that we had last year?
You let 4-Letter Network tell it. They wouldn't trade Anthony Davis over the owner's dead body to us. But again, you're watching a channel that's for Laker fans, by Laker fans. It's all about Lakers. And it's funny because when that news story broke, was it McCallum or whatever her name is?
Jackie McMullen.
Yeah, whatever.
She's a Celtic writer. Who cares?
Exactly. She's a Bostonian, man. I mean, come on.
Right.
And you listen to all these naysayers, and let's just call them what they are, haters with regard to the purple and gold. And we're the worst run franchise in the history of franchises. We're inept. We're a bunch of bunglers and idiots, and we have no clue what we're doing, yet we got 16 banners hanging from the rafters. Now, granted, most of that was under Dr. Buss's watch, but at the end of the day, man, I think we're going to be okay. And I watched your video the other day, and it was amazing, by the way. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out. My man showed a whole lot of passion, and it was really, really, feeling a certain kind of way about the way the organization's been ran, and a lot of you out there probably agree with him 100%. I think that we're obviously headed we're headed in a better direction than we were a couple of weeks ago. There's a lot that we need to improve on. There's a lot we need to right the wrongs of the past and try to get this thing going forward. But anyway, you listen or you read these articles about whether or not we could get AD or whether or not this free agent would be interested in LA or not, and it's from a place where it's just biased, man. It's just, I don't want to even call it the East Coast bias. It's anti-Laker bias, and why wouldn't we be able to get Anthony Davis, who would be a 1-year rental anywhere else in the league, with the exception of maybe New York, by the way, you're gonna talk about dysfunctional franchises. Let's talk about the Knicks for a little while. But yet everyone sees them as a destination for marquee free agents. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So anyway, you look at the 4 pick, and I hate to see Kuzma go, but the 4 pick in Kuzma, why wouldn't that get it done? Why wouldn't that get it done? Why wouldn't the 4 pick in Kuzma, maybe something else, a Josh Hart, whatever? I mean, at the end of the day, man, the youth movement is over.
Yeah.
There's no more youth movement. We gotta put up or shut up this year.
Yeah.
So, I look at it and just say, why wouldn't, a couple of our assets and this pick, a couple of our current players and this pick get it done? And if not AD, maybe somebody else of that caliber. Now, there's not too many people of that caliber in the league, but another all-star type player. Why wouldn't that get it done? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't that get it done? What do you think?
I mean, honestly, I'd say, if you look at the other teams out there that are vying for Anthony Davis, there was a report out there, I don't know how truthful it was, New Orleans is not really interested in Kevin Knox. So for New York to put a package together, I know they have the 3rd pick, and there's the story that they would pick R.J. Barrett or, to unite him with Zion in New Orleans, something that they might be interested in. I don't think New Orleans really cares about, feel-good stories.
Right.
I think they're trying to get the best package, the best players.
Well, why wouldn't they?
R.J. Barrett, I don't know if, he's going to translate over in terms of his success that he had at Duke to the pros. So at the moment, Kyle Kuzma is the best trade chip, in my opinion, along with the number 4 pick. And if you have to throw in another additional first rounder, I don't see why that wouldn't work. I think that would definitely close the deal.
Yeah.
You look at Boston's situation, they'd have to add Tatum in a package that I don't think they're going to do that with Kyrie possibly being gone.
Right.
They're going to trade your best player to bring in, and not only your best player, but possibly your second best player.
Right.
To bring in a guy who's only going to stay there for the year.
So, but hold on, man. Like today, yeah, they got to the second round of the playoffs. But today, would you say, can anyone out there honestly say that Tatum's stock is on the rise based on his performance in the playoffs this year? He didn't perform exceptionally well in the first round, and then they got smacked by Milwaukee. And I didn't see the guy really contribute a whole lot. Having this everyone having the, valuing this guy as, he's the type of guy that's a cornerstone piece. I don't see it, man.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking the kid. He's a Kobe Bryant fan too, by the way,
yeah.
Boston.
Yeah.
But, he's a good player, but I don't see him as light years ahead of Kyle Kuzma.
Not at all. In fact, I think he regressed this year. I think Boston did a huge disservice for his growth. Bringing Gordon Hayward in and having him start. Having Kyrie playing deep minutes, you put Tatum at a disadvantage. For all the accolades that Brad Stevens got last year, I mean, he really showed that he mismanaged that talent. He mismanaged that roster.
How does that team get the 5 games against Milwaukee? They were supposed to be built for a championship.
Yeah, and we were told all year, they're getting 2 All-Stars back. They're going to exceed expectations like they did last year. I mean, they got the first game against Milwaukee, and then they just literally got shut down after that.
Hey, Paul Pierce, it burns, don't it? Burns, huh?
I love seeing Paul Pierce look like a fool. I mean, we did it to him in 2010,
Seriously,
and now he just makes himself look foolish every time he gets on the network.
Just keep putting him on TV. That's the one thing the 4-letter network gets right. Just keep putting that guy on TV.
Absolutely.
Look at how that network is structured. Look at the personalities on that network. Is there anybody that's a Laker fan on that network?
Even the people that represent LA. I mean, Ramona Shelburne, she doesn't seem like a Laker fan to me.
No.
All the people in LA, you got Amino Hassan. We all know he was a Phoenix executive. That guy hates our guts.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you just have this biased opinion from these people that don't really know what they're talking about. I can say, hey, my inside sources are telling me that we're going to get Kawhi Leonard, we're going to trade for Anthony Davis,
Seriously.
and we're going to pick up Kyrie. So,
Seriously.
I mean, these things in the end, they really mean nothing.
And again, man, the Knicks are a bungling franchise.
Yeah.
If there is a definition of a poorly run franchise, you will see the Knicks. Charles Oakley can't get in the building. Charles freaking Oakley can't get in the Garden.
One of their best players.
Come on, man.
Could you imagine us telling Robert Horry you're no longer welcome here?
man.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
And you're telling me that Durant and Kyrie are going to the Knicks.
Based off of what?
Based off of what, man?
Because Steve Mills is in the front office now. I mean, I sit here and I hear this same nonsense that these people are talking. All the things that they're saying that are appealing to people for New York, LA offers the exact same thing.
And better weather. Better weather.
And we have an established all-star,
Right.
Hall of Famer on the team. So
Right.
I don't understand why New York is in a better situation to sign these free agents. But, you know, again, we talk about the four-letter network bias for years and years and years.
Right.
And, you know, you just see it come to fruition every day.
Right. Even the network that's ran in LA, that's based in LA, you know, the you know, Fox Sports Network, I'll say it. You know, who do they employ?
Bunch of former ESPN people.
Exactly.
That's really all that network is.
Exactly.
With the exception of Shannon Sharp, their whole roster is former ESPN employees.
And the people that are from the West Coast for some reason are Clipper fans. Like, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.